Hello friends, it's a blessing to be with you to talk about sharing testimonies. In case you're not aware, this is one of the videos in a series of videos on sharing testimonies. So if you haven't seen the other videos, please have a look on the PPN YouTube platform and other social media handles for the other ones. Today I'll be talking about attitudes that we need to possess when sharing our testimonies. What I'll talk about, the list is not exhaustive, but I'm trusting God that you will get an idea of the kind of attitude that we need to have when telling others what God has done for us. Number one, we need to have the attitude of gratitude to God. Gratitude to God must precede or must supersede every other gratefulness that we show towards mankind, towards the instruments or ministries that God has used to bless us. So, when sharing testimony, the center, the object of our praise is not the man of God, woman of God that God has used. It's not the person that invited you. It's not the ministry. It is God first. And this is not by any means saying that we're not to reverence ministers or people that God has used to bless us. But we must make sure that God is the center of our testimony. If you look in the Bible, a lot of people testified of God's goodness. And one of those people is David. In the Psalms, David gave a lot of testimonies. I'll just read out one unto you, one thing that he said he would do actually. In Psalm 22 verse 22, he says, I will declare thy name unto my brethren. In the midst of the congregation will I praise thee. I will declare thy name, not my name, not the name of someone else. There are also other people that share testimony in the Bible, like Hannah's case, and Mary. The way they shared their testimonies was in the form of singing, was in the form of songs. And if you look at that, it was God-centered. Hannah's testimony was God-centered. Mary's testimony was God-centered. And God was glorified. So bear that in mind. Number two, attitude. You must be the attitude of joy. You must be joyful. Be joyful when sharing testimony. Don't be moody. Don't be sad. Don't look down what God has done. In fact, the Bible wants us not to despise the days of little beginning. So if you feel that your testimony is not as big as you wanted, be grateful to God. That could be a pathway to something bigger. Don't compare your testimony to what God has done for others, because God's plan for you is different. And you want to be joyful. Don't be sad. It doesn't matter your personality. You might say, well, I'm not the type that is always smiling or laughing. Still be joyful. Remember in the Bible, there's a command, rejoice evermore. So share your testimony with joy. Number three is the attitude of humility. You need to be humble when sharing your testimony. You're not trying to project yourself. You're not trying to show off. You're not trying to let the world know, yes, I've arrived. This has happened to me. It's because of my holiness or righteousness. No. It's because of God's mercy. When Jacob was testifying, after God has enlarged him and blessed him, he said to God, I am not worthy of the least mercies, of the least blessings, of the least favor that you have shown me. So please be humble, because even that way you will attract God's blessing. The last attitude I want to say is the attitude of honesty. Be honest, be truthful in sharing your testimony. There is a trap you need to be aware. It's a trap of exaggeration. You may be tempted to exaggerate, say more than what has happened. No. Now, if you exaggerate or lie, God forbid, you are not trying to help God. You can't make God bigger or smaller by your testimony. Please be honest. Say exactly what has happened. Don't say less than what God has done. Don't say more than what God has done. Be honest. Now, why do we need to take care of our attitude when sharing testimony? Because God sees our attitude. Other people may not know. He sees our motive, our intention, and He blesses us with response to us based on that. I trust God that you have been blessed. Please do share your testimonies. Send in audio testimonies. Send in video testimonies. Don't be shy. Send in written testimonies, and God will bless you. God bless you and give you a lot of testimony to share. Amen.